Hi, my name is Janet Roberts, and I'm applying to the master's program at RCPC and Iowa State University.
My name is Andy Mickles. I'm a second-year grad student in the RCPC program here at Iowa State.
My name is Fred Lloyd, and I'm also applying to the master's program at RCPC at Iowa State University.
Today, we're going to show you how to print from the HP DesignJet.m4v Ross Hall. We will show you how to save your InDesign file as a PDF, set the printer up for printing, and ready your PDF file and print from the computer. There are two common methods of designing large posters to print from the DesignJet in ROS 426. First is to design your poster in the actual desired size. For example, you might design your InDesign document 36 by 48 inches. The downside to this method is it will be larger file size and might take more than an hour or two to print. The other method, which will save you time, is to design your poster on a smaller scale and enlarge it later by 400%. Scaling your poster up from a smaller size will make the file size smaller, but it can introduce some problems. For instance, if your poster is 11 by 8.5 inches landscape and you scale it up by 400%, the printed poster will be 44 by 34 inches. Remember, the DesignJet printer only prints 42 inches wide, so you will have to scale the original to fit this dimension. We will show you how to do this method later in the video. Right now we will focus on exporting your InDesign file as a PDF. To do this, open your InDesign file on the computer it is saved on. Once it is open, choose File and then Export. Once the export window pops up, name the document in the Save As box, choose a destination to save your PDF, make sure Adobe PDF is selected in the Format box, and once everything is complete, select Save. Once you have your PDF saved, you will need to transfer it to the computer in ROS 426. I suggest using a flash drive to transfer the file, but you can also email it to yourself or use any other method of transfer. Before you begin printing your poster, let's make sure the printer in ROS 426 is set up correctly. First, make sure that there is paper loaded in the printer. If there isn't any paper loaded, you'll have to load some yourself. To do this, first make sure the printer is on. Open the lid. When you open the lid, the computer LCD screen will ask you if you are loading a roll or a sheet. In this case, we are loading a roll, so we will select Roll. The screen will then ask you what type of roll. The screen will list many types of paper rolls, such as matte, coated, or plain. Make sure you know what type of paper you are using for best printing results. We will select plain for this example. Next, we will need to insert a paper roll on the paper holding rod attached to the back of the printer. To do this, we will first need to take the paper holding rod off of the back of the printer. Pull off the blue cap, slide the new paper roll onto the rod, and firmly attach the blue cap back onto the rod. Attach the rod back to the back of the printer. Pull the blue lever in the front of the printer up to release the paper clamp. Feed the paper from the paper roll through the back of the printer, underneath the paper clamp into the edge. When the paper looks correctly inserted in the printer, press down the blue lever to secure the paper. After the paper is correctly inserted, close the lid of the printer. The LCD screen will now show a message that reads Checking Paper, and soon after will show a message that reads Trimming Paper. This shows the printer is auto-adjusting and trimming the paper to ready it for printing. If the paper isn't correctly inserted to perform this step, the screen will notify you. Next, wind up any loose paper on the roll so that it correctly feeds into the printer. Once you do so, the printer screen will read Paper Load Complete and then Ready. We are now ready to print your document. Once the printer is ready, sit down at the Macintosh computer to the left of the printer and log in with your Iowa State Net ID and password. Once your computer loads, the PaperCut window will pop up. PaperCut is a program ISU uses to monitor and charge a user for printing. This printer charges 150 units per foot at 5 cents a unit. In the PaperCut window, log in using your Net ID and password to gain printing access. Select the amount of time you want to stay connected to the printer and then select OK. Insert your flash drive or open your email to gain access to your document. Save your PDF from the flash drive or from your email to the desktop. Right-click the PDF saved on your desktop and select Open With and then Adobe Acrobat Pro from the pop-up menu. PDF should load and you will see your poster on screen. Remember, there are two ways to print your poster. The first is to design the poster in its actual dimensions and send straight to the printer as is. The second method is to design the poster at a smaller scale and increase the printing size by around 400%. To scale your PDF to a larger size, select File, Page Setup, and the Page Setup window will pop up. Select the page size of your original document. In this case, we are going to select letter size, or 8.5 by 11 inches, and make sure the orientation is correct. Click on the scale box and type in 400%, or the correct scale so that the dimension of the scaled poster fits in the dimensions of the printer dimension limits. When everything is OK, select OK. Once you have the page set up, select File and Print. Make sure the printer is set to ROS 426 DesignJet under Printer. Set the presets to Standard and select Print. Your document should now be sent to the printer to print. The LCD screen will read processing and give you a time length before printing starts. Your final product will be an oversized poster like the one shown.